Hi, this is Brian Arnold, and I'm running for Colorado House District 56. And I'm so excited about the possibility to be able to run and represent you. People have asked me, Brian, why is it that you think you're qualified, or why is it that you're actually running for this office? And the truth is, I think I've been blessed with the ability to be able to be an effective legislator. And I don't want to take those skill sets and the things that I believe that the Lord has given me and waste them. And so I'm excited about doing it. And this video right here is to kind of for me to be able to talk to you. I know we're not probably going to get the opportunity to sit across the kitchen table, which I would love to do, or sometimes you might not be able to be out where I'm at and be able to talk. So I just wanted to kind of just talk frank with you a little bit today about why I believe some of the things that I do. Now, I'm not expecting that you would actually believe all the different things that I'm doing, or believe in the same way that I believe in, because that would kind of be silly. I think we're in this area of politics right now where we watch things on TV, we watch things on the media, we see all these things that are happening, and we kind of say, well, that guy doesn't believe exactly like I do. Well, that's not going to happen. My goal is to represent you the best that I possibly can in the legislation. So that is exactly what I want to try to do. This is kind of just an informal me talking to you. I know we're using YouTube and we're using technology, and that's kind of exciting to be able to do that. But please, if there's things that you disagree or things you'd love to discuss with me, please contact me. I would just cherish that opportunity to be able to spend that time with you and be able to talk to you about the things that really matter, not just to me, but to us as Coloradoans, to us as a state. Well, a couple of things that I really believe in. One is family values. I think family values are so incredibly important. In the best situation, a mom and a dad are together and they're raising their children and they're spending time with them and they're doing all these things, but we know that that's not always the case. We know that in some cases there are, single parent families, and so what I want to do is encourage as many people in our community to get together and do things. I work on these different boards. I work with the Shiloh House, where we work with foster care kids, and with the foster care kids, sometimes they're not in great home situations or they've been balanced before and out. And so I just want to make whatever we can do and create whatever laws we need to do to make sure that those kids are being taken care of the best that we possibly can. The second area that I'd like to talk about a little bit is just education. Education is something that is just so important to me, and the reason is I've been a teacher now for 26 years. When I first started teaching back in in Southern California public school, my very first day I was actually shot at, and it was just this crazy place where education happens, kids happens, and then here last year working at Marbella High School, I actually had a student who threatened me. So I understand what's going on in the classroom. I understand what is going on and how we need to interact with children. And I think at the state level, what happens is like administration, they tell their legislator, oh, this is what we're doing, this is what we're going, things like, oh, we got to have the Common Core, and I need to ask those questions why, because I actually know what's going on in the classroom and how important it is. We have this big issue where students, I guess we even call it the student to prison pipeline, and we got to do so many things to be able to combat that. I work with an organization called AGRIP, where it's the Anti-Gang Task Force, where we put together some strategies to keep kids out of gangs. But the things that are going on in the classroom and the things that we think we need to fund education, and education is really important to fund. But the problem is that the money is going sometimes to the wrong places. It's not going to the places that we need it to go to. So we want to make sure that we're doing that. The other thing that we need to make sure that we're doing is we need to talk about economic development, because we need to find good jobs for people. I know there's a lot of what we call low-wage jobs, or jobs that are maybe are minimum wage, but what I've found is it's really hard for a family to do really well on minimum wage. We need to find some jobs that maybe just need a little bit of post-secondary. Not every child is ready to go to college. Not every child even needs to go to college. There's so many what we call those mid-skill jobs that are good jobs. They'll pay $40,000 or $50,000 or $60,000 a year, sometimes up to $100,000 a year, but they don't require a full college education. They might just require just some post-secondary vocational training. We need to make sure that we're finding good jobs for our citizens so they can go and be able to do things. One of the things that a lot of people have asked me to talk about, just about everybody is worried about this amendment too. What's going on with gun control? Here's the deal. People need to be able to purchase and buy guns that they need to protect them and their families. I don't know if you know this, but if you think about ISIS and what's going on with ISIS, in all 50 states, the FBI is doing ISIS investigation in all 50 states. And we need to be able to protect from that. Now, if I had my druthers and I wanted to, I don't think we want to fight this war here on our own soil. I think that, you know, we need to take out ISIS. They have this thing where they believe the more land that they have, the stronger they have. So if we can take away their land, if we can take away their territory, I guess, you know, as my friend Ryan said, we should turn that place into a parking lot. I honestly believe that. But in the meantime, while they're here on Colorado soil, when they're getting ready, they want to kill us. It's not like they're saying, hey, we just want to hang out here with you and be regular citizens. They're here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that's to take us out. And so do we need to have guns? Yes, we need to. But on the other hand of it, we need to keep them out of our kids' hands. We need to keep them out of our felons' hands. If you've been to prison for a violent offense, I'm sorry, you've lost your privilege and you've lost your rights. So absolutely, I believe in background checks. One of the other things that I honestly believe in that is a huge issue is we're going to have Amendment 69 coming up here. Amendment 69 deals with Colorado Care. It's like Colorado's version of Obamacare. Right now, it's going to cost our taxpayers about 35% is what I'm hearing, which is just a ridiculous amount. The amendment is maybe someday something, but we're not ready to pay that kind of money on our healthcare system. So those are just a few of the different issues that I believe in, that I stand for. I think I would do a great job as your House representative. I know for the area that we're working on, I mean, I love the rural side of it. When I was growing up, my grandfather owned a dairy, and I got many chances to spend my time out in the alfalfa field and the tractor and milking cows, and I just love the rural life, and I just excited for the people who love it and they want to be there. Water, again, is a big deal. We need to make sure that we're looking at the water rights and making sure that we're not giving more water to other states, that we're keeping as much water as we possibly can, whether it's surface water or water coming from the mountains. We need to make sure that we're doing all that. And so the area that we're talking about, House District 56, I'm just excited about not only the Arapahoe County portion of it, but the Adams County part of it. And I would love to be and get your vote, you know, to be your House representative and get your vote, not only in the primary, but in the general election. So thank you for your time. I just want to be able to make sure that I am there for you the best that I possibly can. Hey, I want to give out my cell phone number. You can call me whenever you need it. It's 303-512-3891. That's 303-512-3891. And I just cherish that opportunity to have that dialogue with you, to discuss, to be your representative at the state level. I know as you guys are thinking about, hey, who do I vote for? What do I vote? I would cherish the opportunity literally to have that discussion with you and make sure that I get your vote coming here this November. Thank you very much. My name is Arnold, and I'm running for House District 56.